Shalom Yasharallah, this is Yeshaya. I wanted to talk to y'all about one of the things that we're most passionate about in this truth. As much as we try to front like we're not. I'm going to start off in Ecclesiasticus, Sirach, chapter 25, verse 16. It's about women. I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. We have to bear in mind the type of investment that a woman is in our lives. We're not CEOs of Fortune 500 and 5,000 companies or whatever the hell that shit is. We're vying for not only our salvation, but for the salvation of our people. And because of that, we can't deal with a contentious wife. I posted something on social media the other day, and I had a response from a chick saying, why are men intimidated by a popular woman or some dumb shit like that? And the truth of the matter is, if your woman is popular, how did she get popular? You know what I mean? It doesn't intimidate me as much as it makes me wonder how a woman got that popular. Because most women that are popular today are fucking thoughts. To keep house with a wicked woman, that means a fucking evil ass bitch causes you a lot of harm, and you're paying bills, you're doing for her and even her kids in many cases. Why would you want to put yourself in a situation where you're dealing with a woman that is wicked? I'm not saying that, like, don't deal with a woman, don't take care of a woman. I'm saying pick your woman carefully, because she can have a direct effect on how you approach this truth. The wickedness of a woman changes her face and darkeneth her countenance like a sackcloth. You know, I've been with women, man, and honestly, when I see them, when I look them in their face, they might have the face of an angel, but the spirit kind of darkens that beautiful face, if that makes sense. Because that wickedness, man, her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth it, shall sigh bitterly. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. So in other words, man, listen, one of these fucked up ass women, let a fucking evil nigga get to them. Don't fucking try too hard to make a woman righteous. Honestly, for me, if a woman is righteous enough, right? If a woman is decent, she doesn't have to be perfect, but if it can work, make it work. It says, reading on, it says all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. And the thing is, we blame women for this. A lot of times in this truth, we curse out women. No, who gives them power? Esau. We got to blame the power source. Because they abuse their power as women doesn't mean that they're the ones that we got to take it out on. We got to take it out on who gives them that fucking authority to talk to you that way or to disrespect you that way. Esau. It says, as the climbing up a sandy way is to the feet of the aged, so is a wife full of words to a quiet man. And that's what the thing is. These bitches are loud. And you know, you have to envision somebody that's like 70 years old walking up a sandy hill, right? A sandy hill. As hard as it is for them to walk up a sandy hill, that's how hard a mouthy wife is to a man that's quiet. Stumble not at the beauty of a woman and desire her not for pleasure. So don't look at these women and be like, oh yeah, she can get it. She bad as fuck. Oh yeah, you know. I'm not gonna lie. I love a beautiful woman, a pretty woman, but I can sacrifice some beauty for some virtue. I would rather a woman that is a halfway decent woman, and because look at all these pretty bitches. A lot of these females that you look on social media and they're pretty, they are not that pretty in person. So you're over here on social media swooning over a fucking bitch, and she's like, in reality, in real life, all that shit is makeup and her skin is bad. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, I've seen it. I know a female, I'm not going to say no names. She's from New York. I think she's from Brooklyn. We've been talking online for years. When I met her, her skin is horrible. But she's pretty as fuck. If you look at her on social media, you would wife her up just by looking at her. Like, that's how beautiful she is. She's not like that in person. It says, a woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. So also, you brothers out here, don't let these women take care of you. Do not let these fucking women take care of you. All right? If y'all going to split 50-50, split 50-50. If you're going to take care of most of the bills, but do not let a bitch dominate you in paying bills and shit like that. Don't let her do that shit. Because they're going to be fucking angry. And rightfully so. A wicked woman abateth the courage, maketh an heavy countenance, and a wounded heart. Simple. A wicked woman brings you the fuck down, emotionally, financially, in every which way. Right? Broken heart. Right? They'll leave you with a broken heart. Don't go for these fucking women and their beauty. I'm telling y'all because I'm a brother. I've been in this faith 23 years, and I came into this faith with a wife. I've had multiple quote unquote girlfriends. We know them as wives in this faith. Do not fucking let a woman dictate shit to you. You know, you got to be a man at the end of the day. Don't let them break your fucking heart. Don't break theirs either. Don't be an evil ass nigga, but don't let them fucking break your heart. It says, a woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees. There's an ex, right, that loves me. Yeah, I got love for her to this day. She thinks that she wants me back. But one thing that she doesn't understand is that she doesn't comfort me when I'm in distress. When I'm going through it, she doesn't fucking do nothing like, babe, it's going to be all right, nothing. Very fucking quote-unquote independent and has an attitude on top of it. It says, of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. So don't give these bitches liberty, the ones that are evil and just nasty. You know, don't let them travel. Like a lot of them go on girls trips. A lot of these bitches go on girls trips to fuck other niggas. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. It says, if she go not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh and give her a bill of divorce and let her go. If these women ain't gonna get in order, and this is why I read from the middle of that chapter, because now chapter 26 of Sirach is talking about the same thing. Blessed is the man that hath a virtuous wife, for the number of his days shall be double. Right now, it might not double your amount of years, but a wicked woman that stresses you out is going to cut your years down. Right? But your days will be double, even if not by quantity, but by quality. You'll have better days with a good wife. That's what all these women don't understand. You go on social media, and you know these women don't know, and part of the problem is they don't want to be good women to bad men, but they won't give a man a chance. They'll automatically assume that the man is bad. So they'll start off with their bullshit, and then the problem is that in their mind, they're gonna turn off the bullshit when they realize they got the right one. But the truth of the matter is they're gonna fuck off the right one. They're gonna basically screw up a good relationship by thinking that a man is a bad man. A virtuous woman rejoiceth her husband, and she shall fulfill the years of his life in peace. That's what we need from our women. We need a woman that's going to bring us peace. Right? I've never had a woman bring me peace. All these bitches bring drama. And I know I'm throwing around the word bitch a lot. This is not to offend you good women out there, you decent women. Y'all are not bitches. You know, but you have a lot of women out here that do not deserve the title of lady, woman. You know, nothing respectful should be said about a lot of these women, just like a lot of these dudes, right? Because this is not an attack on the female gender, right? I want y'all to know that this is the truth out of the Bible about what a good woman is and what a good woman isn't. It says a good wife is a portion which shall be given in the portion of them that fear the Lord. So Lord willing, if I fear the Lord, I'll get a God-fearing woman. Won't be necessarily a woman that's going to be, oh, my Hebrew name is Shara Yasharala or nothing. You know, it might be a woman that's Christian or Muslim, but she'll be a halfway decent woman, a relatively speaking, a good woman. It says, whether a man be rich or poor, if he have a good heart towards the Lord, he shall at times rejoice with a cheerful countenance. So whether you got money or not, if you rejoice in the Lord, you'll be happy. There be 3 things that mine heart feareth, and the 4th I was sore afraid. The slander of a city, the gathering together of an unruly multitude, and a false accusation. All of these are worse than death. But a grief of sorrow, a grief of heart and sorrow is a woman that is jealous over another woman, and the scourge of the tongue which communicateth with all. So not only do these women be jealous of other women, but then they tell the fucking world. That's what social media is for. That's why the Bible perfectly matches up with life. Communicateth with all. Now, back in those days, you think that the women had a way to communicate with all, literally? They were talked to their fucking circle, but nowadays, I saw a woman, man, listen, I'll never forget this. I have a female on social media. We're friends. A year or 2 ago, maybe 3, she got married, had another baby with that man. The man brought her down to Florida, what I saw was a beautiful marriage. And then all of a sudden I start seeing posts on social media about, just because I basically talking about what type of anxiety she goes through as a mother that is a housewife. Says that there's times where she don't want nobody to touch her, to talk to her. She wants some time away from the kids. And I'm like, this fucking ungrateful bitch. Her man took her to fucking Florida, put her in a situation she didn't have to work. And then a year after that, I'm starting to see posts talking about him. Talk about how she, how he's not this and he's not that. I'm like, bitch, he put you in a situation where you ain't have to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, that goes to show you. That goes to show you some of these women, not only do they shit on their men, but then they communicate it with all. It says, an evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro. He that hath hold of her is as though he held a scorpion. That's how fucking deadly these women are. If you let them fucking have that power over you, holding on to them is like holding on to a dangerous beast. A drunken woman and a gatter abroad causeth great anger, and she will not cover her own shame. These women have no shame. They're on social media half naked for the world to see, and some of them have no fucking business wearing the shit that they're wearing. The whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids. The biggest whores on social media are on social media talking about how they're great women. Oh, I remember one time, right? Another female that I got on social media. She said that whoever she marries is going to have to understand that she's always going to do her. Then what the fuck do a man need with you? Like, what defines a good woman? What defines a good woman if you're out here on social media naked for the world to see? And like, what is there about you that makes you so special? Like, Cardi B one time did a song talking about be careful, basically warning Offset that if he doesn't stop his, I guess, cheating ways, he's gonna lose her. And he's saying be careful because you're gonna lose such a great woman. Like, what makes you great? What makes Cardi B a great woman? Because the whole world done seen her naked. And I'm not talking about what's going on in another man's household, but shit, the truth be told, she made a fucking song about it. So that's something to think about. It says, if thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. So that's how you get a woman who becomes a whore, a young lady. All these whores started somewhere. They were somebody's bundle of joy. And by being too having parents that aren't strict, these young ladies become whores. These young 12, 13-year-old girls become whores because these young boys are trying to fuck. These young boys are sitting here trying to, and then you got old grown-ass men trying to fuck. But if you don't control your daughter, you don't know where the fuck your daughter is at certain points, you better suspect the worst. You better prepare for the worst. It says, watch over an impudent eye and marvel not if she trespass against thee. She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he hath found the fountain, and drink of every water near her. By every hedge will she sit down and open her quiver against every arrow. So she'll open her legs to every man. Right? That's if you let these women and the thing is, the truth be told, man, there's no shortage of thirsty niggas, and there's no shortage of women that are willing to fuck. And the thing is, a lot of these women that open their quiver to every arrow, so to speak, they're really giving a man what he wants, right? A lot of times, it's not even that they necessarily want to fuck, but they just want to make a man happy. And the problem is, they're not making their man happy. They're sitting here fucking XYZ, whoever, right? And that's a problem. And that's something that you have to watch out for. The grace of a wife delighteth her husband, and her discretion will fatten his bones. So a woman that knows how to contain herself, doesn't lust. Because I remember I was at the movies with a fucking bitch. And I'll never forget, she was my girl at the time. We were watching, because she liked to watch them girly movies, that Twilight shit. And I guess that Filipino dude has like a six-pack, whatever. There was a scene where he was laying down and his whole six-pack, whatever, muscular build was showing. And she did one of them, like, bitch, you got me sitting right next to you and you're doing that. Like, what the fuck type of whore does that shit? You know? So it says, a silent and loving wife is a gift. Woman is a gift of the Lord, and there is nothing so much worth as a mind well instructed. So a good woman that is silent and loving, she doesn't love the world, she loves you. She loves you. It's about you. It's not about the world. It's not about getting likes and oohs and ahs on social media. It's about you and loving her man. And that's a gift of the Lord, man. That's damn near divine. A woman that's going to love you and say, fuck social media. And a shamefaced and faithful woman is a double grace. And her continent mind cannot be valued. And what is continent? Continent means she can contain herself. She's not a fucking whore. She's not looking at fucking Michael B. Jordan, you know what I'm saying, and lusting after him. She's not looking at Idris Elba and saying, oh my gosh, oh, Idris Elba. Bitch, you got a fucking man. That nigga should be your God. That man should be your everything. If you look to a man to lust after, it should be your man, not fucking Idris Elba or Michael B. Jordan. Right? It says, as the sun when it ariseth in the high heaven, so is the beauty of a good wife in the ordering of her house. A woman that is in order. It's not about us enslaving women and you know, oh, the woman ain't shit or the woman's below me. It's about a woman being in order, period. Us as men, we got to be in order. It says, as the clear light is upon the holy candlestick, so is the beauty of the face in right age. As the golden pillars are upon the sockets of silver, so are the fair feet with a constant heart. My son, keep the flower of thine age sound, and give not thy strength to strangers. When thou hast gotten a fruitful possession through all the field, sow it with thine own seed, trusting in the goodness of thy stock. So thy race which thou leavest shall be magnified, having the confidence of their good descent. So basically, be very picky with the woman you're going to have children with. And notice it says a fruitful possession. You know, I remember years ago listening to a video in Apostle Tahar before he came to be known as Apostle Tahar. He was in One West. He said, the Apocrypha tells you that when a man getteth a woman, he getteth a possession. This is at least one of those scriptures that say that. Your women is your possession. Now, in Babylon, of course, that rule or that doesn't really factor in, because these women will not acknowledge that they are your possession. You know, and you know what's really funny about it, what reminds me of that scripture all the time is Rihanna has a song that says she wants to be in your possession. You know what I mean? But it talks about race. So thy race which thou leavest shall be magnified. Right? Because if you have children with a good woman, it's gonna bring that much grace and love to your family. It says, and harlot shall be counted as spittle. A whore ain't shit. A woman that'll sleep with anybody ain't shit. But a married woman is a tower against death to her husband. And that's what these women have to realize. They should be, to a degree, defenders of their household. And these women are not. And I'm going to explain to you what I mean by defenders of their household. If a man tries to come in, you know that phrase, a man's house is his castle? That's pretty much literal. A man's home is his castle. And when you have a woman that's communicating with other men, exes, flirting with other niggas, that's a woman that's not protecting her husband against death. Because now you're opening up a door. You may never walk through it, but the fact that you have a door open where another nigga can come in and fuck up y'all happiness, that's not a tower against death. That's a fucking whore. It says, a wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord. A dishonest woman contemneth shame, but an honest woman will reverence her husband. So an honest woman, a good woman, reverences her husband. A shameless, and this is a scripture that has been pulled 100,000 times, and I'm going to pull it again. Verse 25, a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. This is a scripture that we all use when we basically refer to women as bitches, right? These women that are shameless and just disrespectful, they're going to be counted as dogs. They're pretty much low. These women out here on social media that are fucking half naked for the world to see, they're low. And that's why we as men with dignity have to understand these women have none. Most of these women do not have dignity. These women that are on social media, like I said, the one that says she's gonna do her, even if she finds her soulmate, whatever. Any man that deals with me is gonna have to understand. Like, no, he's gonna have to understand until he gets tired. And you know, you're being basically a wife to social media more than you're being a wife to your fucking husband. Nobody wants that shit. I want my wife, not everybody else's wife. So it said, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. A woman that honoreth her husband shall be judged wise of all. A good woman that honoreth and respected her husband will be is wiser than any other. Because you know what? Fuck Steve Harvey, bitch ass. The man is the table, not the woman. That's what you fucking hoes fail to realize. It says, but she that dishonoreth him in her pride shall be counted ungodly of all. All you disrespectful women, all you women that talk, don't you think, how shameful do you think it is, right? You're sitting here talking to other niggas while you have a man. And other niggas know you have a man. But you're fine, you're perfectly fine with flirting and sexting another man. That's disgusting. You're a fucking whore if you do that. It says, a loud crying woman and a scold shall be sought out to drive away the enemies. There be two things that grieveth my heart. Oh no, this is going into something else. But anyway, yeah. That the point is made. You know, you have women out here that are just no fucking good. They're worthless. And you brothers in the faith, stay the fuck away from them. It's better to be fucking single than to live with a fucking wicked ass bitch, man. That's why I always give brothers relationship advice, man. You know, because honestly, man, I've been through it with these fucking females. I've been in situations where women get mad at me because I'm in the truth. Perfect example, you know, I'm not trying to talk bad about her. Maybe she's grown up since then, but we barely talk. But my daughter's mother, I remember during the day of the baby shower, I didn't skip the baby shower. I got there. I just got there late because I was at camp. And they don't understand how important and mandatory it is for us to go out there and preach. She said to me literally, oh, you pick going out and yelling at people over your own child. No, I didn't. I'm going out there and teaching people the word of God so that maybe God can look at what I did and say, you know what? Because of what you did, I'm going to bless you and I'm going to bless your daughter. And if her mother were to have played along, basically, or understood, then maybe the Lord would have even blessed her. You know what I'm saying? But because she chose to complain and disrespect and get angry, you know what I'm saying? You know, because there's even a picture that the photographer took. And this is a picture that I posted on social media that made because I never announced that I was having a baby. I guess people saw me and the female and we were like kissing type shit. And it wasn't that happy just 10 minutes before that picture was taken. It looked happy, but it wasn't. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, these women are fucking wicked. Not all of them. I mean, I'm sure. I know sisters in the truth. You know what I'm saying? I know. I'm not going to say a lot, but I mean, honestly, most Israelites, unfortunately, are wicked. Period. Men or women. And you have it's proportionate, right? You have evil ass niggas in these camps, and you have evil ass women that follow these camps. But anyway, with that, the point is made. I want to say shalom, and you know, you brothers out there, pick good women, and you women out there, if you're not a good woman, become one, because you're going to need a good man, and you're not going to get a good man being the way you are. Shalom.